What's going on, guys? Eric here. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to be back. What we have sitting behind me is our new build. I'm real excited to start getting started on it. What we have here is a 2015 BMW 335i with xDrive. That's just BMW's fancy way of saying, hey, I got all-wheel drive. But before we get started on this car and see what we got, let's get this thing washed up because she's pretty filthy. So let's get to washing. Alright guys, now that we got her washed up, let's talk about details and plans for this car. One of the first things I want to do is install a front lip. However, I have a nemesis called a driveway, which really doesn't like front lip. I'll show you that in a minute. As a quick taste, I've decided to go with one of these cheap Chinese plastic pieces. Here's just a quick taste, if you will. So, I don't want to go with the carbon fiber because of the driveway, which again, I'll show you in a minute. So I decided to go with a cheap plastic one for now. And I like the high gloss black, since the grills are high gloss black, the mirrors are accented in high gloss black, so I figured why not accent this in high gloss black as well. Plus, I could probably buy 10 of those for the price of one nice carbon fiber one. If I had a different driveway, and a little bit easier to access up and down, it'd be no problem. But let's go look at this driveway so you can see what I'm talking about. Now here's the issue with the driveway. We go from driveway to a little drainage ditch, back to the road. Even though it doesn't look like much. This is probably 4-inch drop from there to the dip to the road. I don't know about you, but that's a pain for lowered cars. The driveway would be no big deal if it was this all the time, but it's not. We need to lower that. Now, since we're on the topic of driveways and lowered cars, see our next predicament. Look at this. What is that? We need to get rid of that. But again, the driveway. What in the world? Ah! Now the rear of the car, it's not a whole lot better either, but we may still drop it anyways and get some H&R lowering springs. We'll see. One thing we can control though is the width of this stance. So we'll probably throw some 15 mil spacers in the back, some 12s in front, get some new studs, call it a day. I do like these 19-inch rims though, so we'll probably keep those instead of going aftermarket. I rather fancy them. Why get rid of them? Now the rear of the car already looks amazing. As you can tell, it's pretty darn good. The exhaust tips, we could probably spruce those up with the new pieces there. Maybe some carbon fiber accent pieces. This little guy, this diffuser piece, we'll actually probably leave him. I think it looks pretty decent, even though a lot of people like to get the, again, carbon fiber pieces. Even though we can't control the driveway, we can at least control the flare of this. So, why don't we get a little spoiler for the back of this little guy? So nothing crazy. Something simple like this. Just enough to accent the car. Again, we're going with the jet black because it matches the rest of the car. Looks pretty good. Now, aside from cosmetic things, we need to address the engine bay. It's dirty. Aside from cleaning that, we need to get a new air intake. Probably a Berger Motorsports. And then from the exhaust side, we'll probably throw a nice downpipe on there as well. Now, the interior of the car is quite nice and supple, although it is quite tempting to buy the M Sport Alcantara trim pieces and steering wheel, but they come with a nice little price tag to them. Now the other thing I do want to do is buy one of the BeamerTech Alpha 1 stereo system kits, because there are two subs that go underneath the passenger side and the driver's side seats, and I kind of like bass, so definitely have to buy that. And then the final thing we need to do, probably going to buy a JB4, because this car needs just a hint more power, just because, why not? Alright guys, the goal for this build is simple. We want to build the ultimate daily driven BMW 335i. What we don't want to do is take a nice car and make it nasty with some crazy wide body kit and make it look awful. We want a clean, confident, straight to the point BMW. So that's it for this video guys. Quick, simple, down and dirty video. But before we go, how about a quick montage of the old car? We just surpassed 50 subscribers. To some of y'all that may not seem like a lot, but to me it's awesome. I can't thank y'all enough for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, throw any comments down below if you have. We got more action coming on the Jeep and the old Mazda RX-8. I managed to get more parts for the Mazda, still waiting on parts to finish off the FC07. The builds are coming along, slowly but surely it'll be done before too long. So again, as always, thanks for watching.